Hi, students. Gonna get into our next lesson, which is actually Docs 3, which actually brings us into Google Drawings. And what a better way to make flyers than to use Google Drawings? And uh, Getting into Google Drawings, we just need to know a few things. So, right when you bring up Google Drawings, it automatically puts it in landscape mode. And so, the first thing we need to know is how to change this into portrait. So the first thing we need to do is we'll go up here to File, and we'll click on File, and then we're going to come all the way down here to Page Setup, and this pops up here. We're going to click the radio button and then go down to Custom, and we're just going to switch this over. It says 10 by 7.5. Now, normal piece of paper is 8.5 by 11, so this just takes the half inch off of all the sides. And so what it would normally give on a piece of paper. And so we're just going to switch these around. We're going to switch this around to 7.5 by 10. And when we apply that, then it turns our paper into a portrait size, which is what we'll need for your assignment this week. Okay, that's the first thing you need to know. The next thing you need to know is how to create a border, a shape with a border and a thickness on it. Okay, so we're going to create a shape. We're just going to go up here to our toolbar, hit shape, go to triangle, and then we're just going to create one the size of the paper itself. Okay, once we do that, it automatically comes up blue. We're just going to click our paint can here. We're going to turn that white. And then this is our border color, and we can always change that. If it's ever asked to change it, we can, but it tells us to keep it black. And then next to that is the border weight. So we're going to click that, and it says to make it 3. So we're going to change that to 3. That changes the weight of it. So that's how we would change the weight of our border weight. So we click off of it, and now you can see that we have a white piece of paper or white background with a border weight. The other thing we need to know is how to insert word art. So we're going to go to Insert, and then we're going to come down here to Word Art. We're going to click that. And here it's going to give you this little box to be able to type in words. So I'm just going to type in my name. Type in my name, I hit enter, and then it's going to put it out here. Okay. Now this is where it gets interesting, where you're able to actually shape and change words. So we can change the font to this. Come up here to the toolbar again, and you can change the font. And if you've downloaded other fonts, you can change that. But now you can pull it. You can hit the little blue squares around the font and manipulate the font. You can use the little round to change the angle of the font, because there will be some times when we ask you to change the angle to a certain degree to change it, or it might tell you to change the color of the font. And so when you're in this, you just go up to the paint can, and then you would change it. Or if you change the outline of it, you can do that as well, and change the outline of it, or even the thickness of that itself. Okay, which would be the border weight of that. Okay. Um, And then the other thing that you need to know, the last thing you need to know is how to put in a shape, another shape. So any shape you need to put in, you go to shape, because you'll ask you to put an arrow in. Go to arrows, click the arrow, and you just drag it and put the arrow you need. Now see, the last two colors that I put in for my name was that red and that blue. That's what it put in here. Okay. Now you can change those to whatever you need them to be. Change the angle to whatever you need it to be, and place it in there. Okay, guys, that's all you need to know. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me or let me know, and I'll be happy to help you. Virtual students, if you have any questions, feel free to email Miss Miller or me as well. Thank you, guys.